Hey guys, it's Aman
and Christina
from
from
Our
Our
Rich
Rich
Journey.
Journey. Now, we've done videos in the past about saving money. We've done it on how we live rent and mortgage free. We've done it on how we travel the world for free. And we've even done it on how we save money on utilities. Now, this video is really specific though, because in this video, we're going to talk to you about saving money around your house. Now, tip number one is to do off-season shopping. Now, we just finished the holiday season. We were interested to see what types of sales happen after the holiday season for holiday decor. And we looked at Target, and online at Target, they had 50% off of their Christmas decor.
Yeah, that's when we buy all of our Christmas decor, all of our Halloween decor, all of our Easter decor. We always buy it the day after for the following year. You save so much money by doing this. Tip number two is repurpose instead of throwing things away. Now, this is also great for the environment, but it's good for your pocketbook as well. If you have furniture around your house that looks a little old, that looks a little worn, there are different ways to repurpose it. For example, you can take a chair, you can reupholster it, maybe you can sand it down if it's wood, or repaint it. There's a number of things around your house that you think are old and need to be thrown away, but there's definitely a way to bring it back to life.
One example from our own lives is when we renovated our kitchen. Our cabinets were really old and dull, and we could have easily gotten rid of them and replaced them with really expensive cabinets. But what we did instead is we took off all the cabinet doors, resanded them, refurbished them, repainted them, a lot of re's there. But we ended up putting on new hardware on the cabinets, and they looked brand new and they looked beautiful. The next tip is to borrow items that you rarely use. Now, we've talked about this before in the past about a site called freecycle.org. And on that site, you can borrow things for free, or you can keep things, take things for free, and also give things for free. There's also a site called Nextdoor, which is configured around certain neighborhoods, and you can communicate with all of your neighbors through that. And on that, you can borrow things for free, and you can also give things for free.
So just a quick note about borrowing. If you're gonna be borrowing people's things, return them in good condition, because your credibility will be shot and no one will want to loan you anything ever again.
The fourth tip is to save on utilities. Now, we did a whole video on all different ways that you can save on utilities, but a couple of tips here. One thing is phantom energy. When you use an appliance, when you're done with it, even though it's off, if it's still plugged in, you're using energy. And actually, that phantom energy accounts for about 10% of your energy bill. So when you're not using items or you're not using appliances, make sure you unplug them.
Some other things you can do are run your appliances during non-peak hours. You see, when you run your appliances during peak hours, you're actually being charged more by the utility companies. Another tip is to close closet doors. Now, we all think of closing a room up, but if you have the closet open as well, you are heating and cooling the closet. And those clothes don't need no heating and cooling. And number five is learn basic house maintenance. I can't tell you the number of times when I've heard of people calling the plumber to plunge their toilet. That is something that you should know how to do. Everyone should learn how to plunge a toilet, because it's $150 just to have someone come out and do that.
In addition to knowing how to plunge a toilet, you should also know some other basic things, like putting hardware on doors, how to fill holes, how to cut off water. These things are really important, because if you're in an emergency situation where you need to cut off water and you don't know how to do that, you're gonna cause more damage, and then you're gonna have to call a handyman to come in and fix that, and it can be a lot of money. Now, understanding household maintenance is great for owners, but it's also great for renters. And you can save money by offering to fix certain things in the house for the landlord in exchange for a discount in your rent.
And the sixth tip actually combines two of my favorite things, entertainment and eating, and it's having a potluck at your house. By having a potluck at your house, everyone comes over, they cook in bulk, and at the end of the potluck, you guys divide up the food, and you get to keep a little bit of food for yourself. Now, you can usually eat this food for several days, but this is a great way to save on going out and also to have a little food in the house.
Now, one of the things about cooking in bulk is that you can save a lot of money on groceries. But the thing about cooking in bulk is that you have to commit to eating that same dish over and over and over again. So by doing a potluck and sharing dishes with your friends, you're at least getting to try something new each different night. And the next tip is to make your own cleaning products. Now, I really like this idea because you can actually save money by making your own cleaning products. You know what's going into them, and even better, it's really great for the environment.
The next tip is negotiate your rent. And most of you are probably thinking negotiate when you first move in, but we're talking about negotiate after you've lived there for quite some time. In fact, if you have been a good tenant, your landlord does not want to see you go. And you may have some leverage to be able to ask your landlord for a lower rate.
Now, if you own instead of rent, a great way to save on your house is by putting more down towards the principal on your mortgage. This can save you years of payments and years of interest payments on your property.
And our final tip, and our final tips are always kind of strange, is to save all of the loose change around your house. And save it so that at the end of the year, you can use all of that change to start investing. Now, there are apps that do this for you all the time. They'll round up your purchase to the nearest dollar and they'll take that difference and invest it for you. But what we're saying is take all the change that you have laying around your house and start to collect it in a jar. And at the end of the year, take all of that money and buy an index fund, a stock, do whatever you have to do, but start investing.
So those are our ways of saving money around the house. If you have other ideas, please leave them in the comments. And if you want to learn other ways to save in other areas, please check out our other videos. And if you'd like this video, please make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and join the journey.